So if you'd see the YouTube title, you'd realise I'm giving this away. So if you want to win this perfecto big floppy dick, AK, just click the link in the description. Let's go. What's good everyone, Snades here bringing you a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about the Antwerp 2022 pick'ems and where we're at as of now. So as you can see on the screen now, we made it through the challenger stage. So for some reason I actually thought Ashais was going to win 3-0. Their first matchup was IHC, which quite an easy one. They got absolutely slapped by Vitality and just unfortunately didn't even make it through to the legend stage. IHC on the other hand managed to pull through against Renegades. I did think Renegades would have him, but turns out they didn't. So that's why I lost on that one. Complexity as well on the other hand played pretty poor. I don't quite know why I put him in there. I don't really, yeah. I mean, I probably should have put MIBR. Anyway, talking about the challenger stage, I did manage to get 6 somehow. Quite surprised. It all came down to the last games if I was going to get my pick'em coin or not. Thankfully, I think Liquid and DNE managed to just pull through on the last set of games, so they managed to get me my silver coin, thankfully. So talking about the legend stage. Anyway, so Cloud9, I didn't truly believe that they'll go through, so I did put them as a 3-0 because the way Gambit was playing last year, you know, they had quite a good time. But this year, even the RMRs and all the games just seemed so poor quality. I'm not sure if it was to do with what's been going on in the world as of now and why they've had to change organisation, completely destroying their morale. But either way, I put them as a 3-0, they didn't get it. Liquid, on the other hand, they did lose 3-0. So I sort of predicted that from the challenger stage. Well, I mean, I did say it was quite a risky one and I was going to go for it, but I went with my heart and I knew that they were going to lose 3-0, and as you can see, they did. G2. Now, if you go back to my first video as well, talking about the first stage of the pick'ems, I did say G2 is what I'm going to choose. You know, if they go to the finals, I'll put them to go through and win the whole major. But there was some issues with the team, and I did explain that in the first video. Unfortunately, they didn't make it through today. To be honest, as a G2 fan, it's quite sad because I really wanted Monizy to have a good chance, experience what it's like on a stage and boosting his confidence up as a player. Vitality as well, in my opinion, played absolutely poor on the legend stage. Just, I don't know what it was, they just couldn't put the team together properly and ended up most of the time just Zywoo clutching, just filling in where Pri and Basuta wasn't playing quite as good. Apex as well just didn't see himself all, you know, throughout all of the legend stage games. He just a bit annoyed all the time. Yeah, there was clearly some team issues going on. I don't know what's going to happen with their roster, but unfortunately they didn't make it through. I think very highly that Ents are actually going to make it to the finals. Ents are just absolutely smashing it at the minute. I mean, as you put the word strategy as a team, that's just Ents all over. There's just not too much to say. So all in all, it's a bit of talk about those, and I'll just go to the champion stage. So before we go to the champion stage, I just would like to mention, if you go to my Twitter, which is twitter.com/snades_, you'll be able to see I've been doing some live predictions as of the tournament so far. So every time there's games in one day, I put together what teams I reckon are actually going to win, lose, stuff like that. And I just want to talk about some stats before I move on to doing the pick'ems for champion stage. So out of all the games of the challenger stage, there was 33. So overall, out of the challenger stage, I managed to get 23 out of 33 predictions correct out of all of the matches, all the games, which leads me to a 69.697% success rate, which is quite good. I mean, you can see it in my pick'ems wise. I haven't done a bad job at predicting what teams are going to be going through. On the legend stage, I managed to get 20 out of 33 predictions correct, so not as good as the challengers, just 60.61%. So still over 50% of my matches I've been getting correct, which does lead me to overall predicting 43 out of 66 matches so far correct, which is 65.15%. So here's what I'm going to put through for the champion stage. So look at what we got. So we got NIP versus FaZe. Now, to be fair, this is probably the most difficult two out of the lot to choose. So the likelihood of NIP somehow in a legend stage came through and did an exceptional job. So they are just above FaZe in the table. So this is a hard one. I'm just going to have to do it. My mind's telling me NIP. The only team they lost against was Na'Vi. So, I mean, NIP in general just played so well. Whereas FaZe got 3-1 as well. They lost against Ents. They're going to make it. I'm sorry, FaZe. That is a 50-50. That's a very difficult one. But NIP is what I'm going to have to go for. Spirit and Furia. So, I'll tell you what, I haven't picked Spirit at all during the pick'ems. I'm going to put Spirit. Sorry to the Brazilians, but I'm going to have to put Spirit. They played so well. They deserve it after all their hard work. So next up, Ents vs Copenhagen Flames. That's not even hard. I'm sorry, but that is not hard. Oh, you can actually put them here. That's weird. Oh, let's get it off. So I'm going to have to put Ents. So moving on, Na'Vi vs Heroic. I am going to have to put Na'Vi. So out of NIP and Spirit. NIP. It's got to be done. Ents vs Na'Vi. Woohoo. That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. Do I do it? I don't know. Or is Na'Vi going to get this second major? That's so hard. This is probably one of the most hardest majors to predict. I'm not just saying that. So in the past, Heroic's played Na'Vi and they've won 2-1. So even Heroic can pull it off, but I think for Simple's ego, he's got to make it past the quarterfinal. Not even just Simple's ego, the whole of Na'Vi. But Ents. Let's have a look at team rankings. So it's FaZe, Na'Vi, Ents, Cloud9, G2, Heroic, NIP. I feel like everyone wants me. Everyone would expect me to put Na'Vi to go to the final, but I really don't know. I feel like Ents can do it. Is that what I go for? Jesus. Okay. Oh, we go for it. Nah, it's got to be FaZe. Ents, Na'Vi, Ents, FaZe. Oh, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? I could massively regret this. That's my pickings. That took such a long time. So that is my final predictions. I mean, if you've made it this far, which I'm surprised, I'll be quite surprised if you have, because this has been one of the most weirdest pick'ems I think ever so far. I mean, nowhere near as easy as last time. I'm going with my gut, and this is what it's telling me to do. But I hope and pray. So finally, this is the final one. I will not touch this. This is what I'm sticking with. Ents and FaZe in the final, and I think Ents will pull it off. Thank you all if you made it this far. You know, watching this video, appreciate it a lot. So this is the final predictions I've made. I've done a fair good shout so far, and this is truly what I believe. So, you know, if you enjoyed this video, if it helps you at all, please by all means you can copy my pick'em. I'm not saying do it, just in case I do get it wrong, but if you have enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just let me know what you've done. You know, let me know what you've picked. You know, I'll be interested. You know, what everyone's thoughts is on this, but this is what I'm sticking with. Anyway, this has been Snades. See you in the next video. Peace.